Good morning, family. How's everyone doing today? Happy Sunday. Listen, I met with a couple yesterday, okay? This couple's the husband is a lawyer and he has a master's degree as well. And the wife is a nurse and she's currently working on a master's degree. So my question to both of them, because they're doing really well for themselves. And my question to both of them was what inspired them, to continue with their education and stuff like that. Because I know that the wife very well. She was raised from a poor background. And the husband too, he told me the same thing. Their parents didn't go to school. They didn't even finish like high school level. And the fact that they went through a lot being a child, they felt like the parents did not do much for them. So they decided to focus on their educations because they don't want their children to struggle through life. They don't want their children to go through what they went through. And I really related to them because the same thing with me, there were times where I was kind of upset at my parents. I felt like, they could have done more for me and stuff like that. But it got to a point, I had to just conclude that, you know what? My parents did the best they could for me at that time. Okay, so I had to decide that, I'm not going to use that as an excuse to remain stagnant. The same thing with this couple. They didn't say, because their father could have done better, their mother could have done better, now they remain stagnant. But I've seen other family though, where they are like siblings, and both siblings were born and raised by the same parents, and they were raised in the same household. But then you see some of the siblings are doing really well. And then you will see some of them, they are like junkies, like maybe they smoke a lot, or they drink a lot, or they're doing drug. And they said, because their mom or their dad used to do drug, that's what rub off on them. But then you have other siblings who were raised from the same home, but they are doing better. Those ones decided, I didn't like the way my dad was behaving when I was a child, so I don't want to be like my dad. And I don't want my children to start behaving like my father. So I'm going to make sure I do the best I can to make sure I don't end up like my father, so that my children does not end up like me. So they make better choices. Family, I know that most of us feel like our parent could have done better for us. But remember, back then things were really hard as well. So do not let the experience you had as a child prevent you from moving forward in life. That's all I have to say. I just left church. The church was beautiful. The message was great. I hope all of you went out to praise and worship God, and just enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Just enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And if there are things, that you are upset about because of maybe with your parents, just forgive them. If they made mistakes in the past, you just make sure that you don't make the same mistake as well. Okay? God bless you. Bye.